That TMI. Well, look, we got a great show in store for you today. We're going to start off like we always start off by going around the room and also checking in with some of the people that signed in from out of town or from where they are. I know we got a couple of people out there in the wings waiting for us. So let's start. What you smoking? What you drinking? Let's start with
White hand.
White Hand. What you got there, buddy? Okay, so he got a Norteña fired up. How about you, Rain? Uh-oh. He's looking.
Alex Bradley.
Look. Kareem is looking over top of his eyes. He doesn't even have glasses on to look over top of. Alex, you got to go to.
He got to go to.
Ralph, what you got? Got a Romeo. All right. Basement Jack.
G.
Okay, what you drinking?
My Kirkland water over there.
Okay, all right. Josh, what you got there, buddy?
I got a Nelson Alfonso.
And drinking?
Nelson Alfonso.
Yeah.
He was on a TV show, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking about.
the Carlton.
Doing the Carlton.
No, same guy. So Nelson, he blended the original Bahike. He does like Byron. He does Atabey. That's
Ah, okay,
all the
okay.
same guy.
You sipping on anything?
I am Smoke Wagon small batch.
Small batch.
Small batch of the smoke wagon. Nice.
Peter, man with no name. What you smoking?
Yeah, this is a McAuliffe Red.
The McAuliffe Red.
Okay.
And I'm sipping
And
on
sipping
a Canada
on-
Dry Fruit Splash.
There you go.
Canada Dry
There you go.
Fruit
There you
Splash.
go.
It's a winner.
All
right.
It's a step up from the White Claws. We got a gentleman that's
That
a
it is.
White Claw guy here.
That
Man,
is.
what you got there, baby?
What you got, Ben?
Got a diesel.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Wow, you
I got to the tail end. I got my corncob number already working.
There you go.
I love that corn cob number because when you left it here, I was like, somebody left their corn cob number.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the last 40 cents of the
That's it.
That was the last 40 cents.
Sound like you sound like anybody hates Chris Stag. That's 40 cents worth of cigar right there.
Can I just get one nugget?
Yeah. What you drinking?
Oh,
Dr.
Smoke
Pepper?
Wagon, small batch.
Oh,
Yeah.
smoke
Small
wagon.
wagon, small batch. I think I might have to switch up to that later.
Oh, what you got, baby?
Ruben, what you got?
I'm sipping on that small batch as well.
Wow, small batch.
Something special, a nice little gift here of this cigar row.
Yeah, we're gonna do this cigar row. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But let's go to Tony. Tony, what you smoking? What you sipping on?
I got the LFD Airbender with this weird tip here.
LFD
I've never
Airbender.
had this
Nice.
Okay,
with that.
awesome.
Kind of feels kind of weird.
It's kind of
And
weird.
The Maker's Mark 46.
Oh, Maker's Mark 46. Okay. Dougie, what you got?
Yeah, but this
Let's see. Tonight I've got an Alfonso Grand Selection.
Oh, another
Okay.
Alfonso. There you go.
There's the other Alfonso. Okay.
And
Carlton.
drinking on something that is absolutely delicious, which is a Whiskey War. Let's see if I can get that there. Whiskey War.
The Whiskey War.
Now
He
this
showed us
is
the collection he had last week. Remember that?
all right. This one is brand new. It's a single barrel select French oak Cabernet barrel at a smooth 116.2 proof.
Woo!
And it is delicious, I will tell you.
I bet. All right, shock proof. What you got for us?
Tonight I got the Ferry Otego Panamericana.
Oh, the timeless.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. And pairing it with a little bit of Stag.
A little bit of Stag. Oh yeah.
A little hot in the mouth.
And have money.
So you already dropped what you were smoking and drinking?
No. So I had the Tata Scan. What is that? Kind of like an Aladino entry level Connecticut.
Okay.
It's smooth as hell and like Some people say it's sweet. I didn't think it was sweet. I thought it was just perfect kind of morning midday smoke.
Okay.
So and I'm having hold on. And I'm having the TX for starters.
Okay.
And what you got?
I'm finishing up
You're definitely finishing up.
the Bella Artist, AJ Fernandez, and as usual, because I haven't had a drink since New Year's. I'm on this dry fade. I'm drinking my Mexican Coke.
Mexico.
Mexico
Mexico. There you
with
go.
real cane sugar.
There you go. And we'll talk to Ted, who just dropped in a second. All right. So we're going to say see you later to those people who joined us on video, except for we're going to do this in a second. Our special guest for tonight is Courtney from the Cigar Row events. And I had met her sister down in Charleston when we were there last week. I South Carolina. Oh my God, here we go. Here's the peanut gallery ready to start up. All right. So um I had bought a few cigars and I had told Jamie, her sister, I was like, you know what? I don't just want one. I'm gonna need three of these because I want my co-host and my producer, who actually made it out even after he busted his knee up.
Injury reserve.
Uh,
It's your trooper.
he had to get out the house.
That's it.
That's his excuse.
When he was walking up, I had a flashback of somebody playing the snare drums. Somebody blowing the flute. He was.
And the
little flute.
yep. It's called a fight.
All right.
Go fight for yourself.
There you go. Good stuff.
All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to start off with this cigar row. It is the Knob Creek Smoked Maple Bourbon Whiskey Cigar. So, it's going to be something new for you, Kel.
Okay.
And I think Ruben just lit up. So, we're going to get impressions as we hear Courtney's story.
Yes.
On how Cigar Row event started, what got you into the whole cigar industry. So, introducing Courtney from Cigar Row Events. You're on.
Hi, thank you so much for having me tonight. This is such an honor to be here.
All right.
So, how did it get started? You had a couple of retired teachers that were a little bit bored in retirement, and so they bought a cigar business. And those are the first owners of Cigar Row Events, Deidre Gerard and Holly Stilley. And a few years later, Deidre's other daughter, because she's my mother, her other daughter, my sister Jamie, also bought into the company. And I have actually been an employee in some capacity since its inception. So that's about 9 years now. It was January 2016 that the company got started with these owners. And yeah, it's just been fantastic. So it's all female owned and they are just rocking it out all the time. It's fantastic.
Yes. Hey, all female owned. I like that.
Courtney, I have a question. How do we transition from being an educator into the cigar industry?
Yeah.
Well,
what's that transition like?
Well, it actually was pretty smooth. They're two very, very smart women. Obviously, they were teaching the youth of America, so they must be pretty brilliant. And I would say underappreciated as teachers. So just going to put that out there. And they just they wanted something to challenge them and keep them young and vibrant and having fun. And that's what it was. It became a cigar business, and they've just kind of loved every second of it.
Nice. Okay.
So, is there a way we should cut this cigar? Because I just did a punch on mine.
I did a V.
And my co-host Kel just did a V. Or does it not matter?
It's personal preference. I didn't know you
Okay.
guys were starting already, so I have mine too in my nice little case that my sister got me for Christmas.
I love that case. No,
I
show that again.
It's fantastic. It's hot pink if you can't tell.
It is hot
I
pink.
know
Yeah.
the lighting
Even
is a
with the
little
low
bit bad
lighting,
here.
we can see hot pink.
Yeah, sorry about the lighting. But I have a smoked maple as well, so I'm gonna go
Awesome.
ahead and get this cut and lit to join you guys. Sorry, what was the original question? The proper cut. So yeah, it's personal preference. I prefer a straight cut just because I like to embrace the full smoke of the cigar. We have a lot of customers that love the V cut just because it's a little bit more of a mild smoke that way. And then of course the punch, you're taking in a little bit less and it's more direct. So, you know, we sell all kinds of cutters at our shop and at the Charleston City Market. And
Okay.
I just prefer the regular cut.
All right.
So is this your own house cigar that we're smoking now?
You're smoking the smoked maple?
Yes. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so our signature cigar is actually not infused. It's a mild Dominican wrapped in Connecticut shade leaf, which is the base of the cigars that we infuse with liquor. And the smoked maple is our most popular seller.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I know.
So when you get the leaf, is it already infused, or do you guys infuse it?
Yes, we roll the cigar and then we infuse it after it's rolled, and it's a dry or a saturating and drying process. And it's really it's been quite an adventure for the owners to discover which liquors work best with our cigars. Actually, they started out before they were doing it with liquor. They started collaborating with local breweries and infusing the cigars with the most popular beers at the breweries, and that was such a huge hit that they said, hey, well, if beer works, maybe liquor will work too. So they started doing different liquors, and they've just come to master the craft of infusing them. And every liquor requires a different amount of saturating and drying. And so it's really just a trial and error process of determining which ones work best and how long to do them.
Because I remember when I met your sister Jamie, and we were talking about how these cigars are very different from, let's say, your Drew Estate Acid or your Tatiana Groovy Blue kind of cigar. This doesn't have that fabricated taste, um, like that technical perfumey taste is what I want to go for. This is like a straight up cigar, and you get more of like an aroma.
Yeah, it's more of a married.
Marriage.
There you go.
It's more of a marriage.
It's more,
Yes, thank you, Ben.
yeah, it's more of a marriage. So
Yeah, because
instead of something almost layered on top.
it isn't overpowering on the taste. Now, the smell will get you. Don't get me wrong. It definitely smells like a Knob Creek maple
Hmm.
for sure, but it doesn't taste like a Knob Creek maple. It has a slight hint of it,
Yeah, I taste some of
Mhm.
the
but I
sweet.
smell, yeah,
Yeah, the sweetness of
but
it.
it's not overpowering
No, no.
because I know that was going to turn you off right from the get.
Yeah,
Um,
actually, so that's what's nice about the infusions is that it really just kind of enhances the natural flavor of the cigar and then provides that aroma, which speaking on that is really funny because in our shop at the market, we get a lot of male customers that have their wives with them, and the wives are like, "Oh, I can't let him buy a cigar." And then I let them know, "Hey, it's aromatic. You might enjoy it sitting with him and letting him enjoy the cigar." And then we shop by smell at our shop by letting people smell the cigars in the canisters. And once the women smell them, they're like, oh, wow, this is not your typical cigar. This is fantastic. And then the husbands are allowed to buy them.
yeah, I think you should market it as they're smoking incense.
Hmm. That's a good one. We'll have to use
Go ahead.
that.
The infusion into the cigar gives it an aroma when you first sniff the cigar, right?
Right,
And I should be saying the allure for, I guess, a spouse.
right.
But when you're smoking it and the smoke comes out, what does that smell like?
Yeah, it's the smell as it permeates into the room smells like the actual liquor,
Hmm.
Okay.
but the taste isn't that prominent. You have a slight hint of it, but
it's
it's
not like a
more
legend.
so. It's not like a legend. It's
Okay.
not like an acid. It's not like a groovy blue where somebody lights up a groovy blue
Yeah, yeah.
in here, and that's the only thing we smell in here.
Okay.
And not to take anything away from the groovy blue, but
Yeah, you can do that.
if
You can take stuff
okay,
away from it.
so if I were to put it in a
Context.
type of category,
Okay.
I would say almost cheap cologne
Yes.
ish
Ish.
from a groovy blue.
See,
Because the smell is so overpowering.
here's my thing, and props to you, Courtney, for coming up with these cigars because they are very different from what I've had so far as infused or flavored or however you want to say it. But it doesn't taste like I'm kissing my girlfriend's neck on prom. If that makes any sense to you, because I've always described the acid line or the Tatiana line as like you're having that date on prom and you kiss her on the neck, and all of a sudden you've got that flavor all on your mouth
Yeah.
the entire night. This is so smooth. I'm really enjoying this.
It is very smooth, yes, and it's
Powerful.
it's
I don't have any open source this week.
No open source this week. Here you go.
Let's see.
Let's see. Come into video, Ben. Yeah, he's gonna try it out.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's really good. I'm not an infused cigar guy, but that is fantastic. Yeah, so good.
really is. Very happy to hear that. And to speak on what you were saying earlier, so I don't drink either, but I smoke the infused cigars because a lot of questions that we get asked at the market also are, "Hey, does it get you drunk?" And it doesn't. It doesn't affect you
It
in
does
that
not.
way. And people are always like, "Oh, you killed two birds with one stone," and I always have to. I always have to explain to them that no, it's very subtle. It's very natural. It's a very natural infusion with our cigars. And so it doesn't actually affect you that way. And you're not getting any liquor or anything like that. And so that's why I'm able to smoke them too.
So I'm curious, what is the process for your infusion on the cigar? Like, are the cigars are already made?
Mhm.
Because I was under the impression you already had like the fillers in a barrel and you just pour a bunch of like bourbon in it.
No, the cigars, we do them after they're rolled.
Okay. And how, I don't want to get into, you don't have to give your secrets out, but once they're rolled, how do you put that flavor into your cigar? Is it by more of a liquid process? Is it more of a smoked process?
It's
A
liquid.
turkey injector
Oh,
or
a turkey injection?
No, and it's funny we get asked that too if we inject it that way. It's not, we don't do it that way, but it is a liquid saturation.
Oh, okay.
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 So Sharproof had a question.
So we got questions from the audience. Without giving away your secrets, how long does the infusion process take?
So again, it's different for every liquor, and we learn by trial and error. So I mean, I couldn't say off the top of my head. I don't. Jamie does the infusions, and
Oh,
so
okay.
she's more familiar with that specific process and how long each one takes. But I know that she's in the office for quite some time on infusion day.
On infusion day. When is infusion day? I want to be there for infusion day. That
It's
sounds
very
fun.
exciting at the office on that day.
I bet.
I bet you it also smells good that day.
Yeah, I bet it smells real good that day.
It's quite strong.
And who drinks the leftover liquor? I was asked.
Okay, so you don't want to drink the leftover liquor by any means because it's got the tobacco in it, and it's not it shouldn't be appealing to anyone.
I got a question.
Okay,
Okay.
Basement Jack's got a question. Hold on.
So you usually
Can,
pair.
can you hear Jack, by the way? I'm just curious.
Not enough to know what he's saying. No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, get closer to the mic.
So
Turn on the mic. Oh, the mic's on. Okay, go ahead.
So generally, you pair a cigar with an alcohol.
Correct.
Do you
can you do the same with
would
these?
drinking something with that cigar take away from the cigar?
No, I think actually it would enhance it. We sometimes recommend to people that they drink whatever flavor it is that they're smoking, whatever infusion they're
With
smoking.
the
So
same
So it
flavor,
would have to be the same flavor
right? You
of
wouldn't
whatever
mix,
flavor the
right?
cigar is, you're saying.
Okay.
it doesn't have to be, but it is recommended to just
Okay.
enhance the flavor of the cigar. So, like for example, the Knob Creek. If you're smoking a Knob Creek, you'd want to drink the Knob Creek. If you've got, let's say, a Maker's Mark, you would probably want to sip on a Maker's Mark. But I mean,
Okay.
when I smoke them, I drink coffee or water or anything non-alcoholic, so it still brings out the flavor nicely.
Well, hold on. Let's hear it for Courtney because I know she's 9 years sober.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yes. We got a couple of more questions. Hold on, they're coming in. Wow. Okay, we got that. Uh, so a question from Raul: does it change the leaf flavor?
I don't. That's actually a really good question. Again, I think it just enhances the natural flavor of our cigar. So I don't know that that there's anything overpowering about changing the leaf flavor. I think it just brings out the way our base cigar tastes.
Okay. The other question was also: does the infusion fade over time?
Uh, I most people smoke them pretty quickly because a lot of them are tourists at the shop, and so they're kind of they buy them at the shop, and then you can smoke in the open air in Charleston, and so
That's this
yeah,
guy. That's
yeah.
this
So
guy.
a lot
His
of people smoke
humidor
them
is
right
filled with
away.
Boveda packs, not cigars.
Oh,
And two
yeah,
cigars.
that's great. That's great. So we do recommend storing them in a humidor to keep them fresh, and we put them. You can purchase the tubes, or we put them in the baggies for you. And we recommend storing them in the humidor in the baggie to keep the flavor, and so that it doesn't blend into any other cigars.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Which that's smart. Everybody should know that. But yeah, I know that the three that I picked up, Jamie was kind enough to give me the glass tubes so that they stay fresh. I'm like, look, I'm driving in my truck. I just want to make sure these are good. I think the first two that I bought were in the little baggies, and she had to write one of them because they weren't like you guys didn't have the labels at the time,
Oh,
and it
that was
was
probably Big
fine.
Kick, wasn't it?
I'm sorry.
Was it the Big Kick?
Yes, actually, yeah, it was a big kick. Yeah, I haven't had that yet because I was like, tonight should be my first experience with your cigars. Now, you guys basically do just what wedding events, or do you do different type of events?
Oh,
And
we do all kinds of events. So that's part, our name is Cigar Row Events. And so we started out doing events, and then we turned it, kind of started doing the infusions as well. So the events, we do weddings, corporate events. We do a lot of golf events. We actually were just invited to be at Monday After the Masters this month. And then next month, we're going to be part of a PGA event in Charlotte. So we're very
Yes,
excited about
yes.
that.
With
We
the Pro
love
Golf.
working those golf events. We do a lot of events out at Kiowa, and we love working with that group. So we've even done. I did one rolling event where I went to a bachelor party, and they were all swimming in the pool smoking cigars, and I was just on the side of the pool rolling them, and they had a blast. It was fantastic. So we do basically whatever type of event you've got going on if you want a cigar roller, and we travel all over the world, so we don't just keep it in Charleston. We're not just a local company. We do go anywhere that we're requested.
oh, I love that.
Is there online availability?
Okay, question: is there online availability?
Online availability.
Meaning, can we buy your cigars online?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we have an online store on our website. It's at www.cigarrowevents.com. And again, it's row, ROW, not roll. We also have our social media sites. We've got
I have
Facebook
the
and
QR code.
Instagram, and we can be contacted that way as well.
Yeah, you can. We'll throw those up in a second. There you go.
First, I know what the probably should explain the aging process, like from start to finish, and how long they sit before they sell them.
Okay, so another question from the audience here. What is the aging process? Now, I know Jamie explained that the filler is Dominican, the binder is Dominican. What is the wrapper again?
Connecticut Shadley.
Connecticut shade, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Now, what is the duration of the aging process
From start to finish.
from start to finish, basically?
Shoot the nuts.
You you guys stumped me on that one. I actually am not familiar. I hate to say that. I'm so embarrassed to say that, but I'm not familiar with the aging process. I guess maybe I need to become an owner too and know the business inside and out so I can answer that question. I'm so
No,
sorry.
just say it's a trade secret.
Also, Facebook and Instagram. There's three
What's
different
that?
QR codes.
Just tell everybody it's a trade secret on
Ah,
start
there
to
you go.
finish. You'll be all set.
Should have said
That's
that from the get-go. Thank you so much. It's a trade
Yeah,
like
You
the
guys get
11 herbs and spices in KFC.
fresh.
like the McDonald's secret
There
sauce.
you go. There you go. I think Stacy said hello.
Hi, Stacy. I did see that. It's very nice of you to
Okay.
join us this evening.
Yeah, we're throwing up a bunch of your QR codes now, so people will see them. They can scan them.
Did you smoke cigars before you were in the industry?
I did not. I absolutely did not. I was not interested in cigars. In fact, the first few years, couple years, whatever that I worked for the company, I also did not smoke cigars. But you know, it's an occupational hazard. You work for a cigar shop, eventually you're going to smoke a cigar. And then it's funny, I'm actually in an unofficial cigar club and I get together with my friends on Monday nights and we have dinner, we smoke cigars, we chit chat. It's fantastic. We have a great time.
Awesome. Yeah, I do like to age my smokes. Um, yeah, that's a question for you. If we were to hold on to some of your cigars, and I know I've got two more besides the two that I just gave out. How long does the flavor last? Or is it no different than any other cigar? Or does it fade at all?
It should be like a regular cigar that if it's kept at the right humidity, it will last.
Okay. Okay. So I know, hold on. If someone's hosting an event, can they request specific infusion flavors?
Absolutely. Yes. So we have
Absolutely, Shockproof. And Shockproof is one of our day one from A1 from day one, right?
Day one, yeah.
And he's down in South Carolina also.
Libation experts.
He's
what
one of the
part of South
libation experts.
what part of
Uh-huh.
South Carolina is he in?
TKK, TKK area, which is kind of close to Charlie.
Okay, great. Well,
Yeah, he's
we
closer to
certainly
us than to you guys.
Okay, well, we definitely travel there, and if he would like to have us join him for an event, we'd love to do that. And then anything offered on our website is available for um, at whatever quantity desired for the infused cigars.
So your tobacco's grown in
Indeed.
Dominican Republic, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
because that was another question I was just asked off the side here.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about that in a few. All right. Um, I was just asked by one of the audience members if you would come down to our event, which is what do we call it? A nonprofit event, basically.
Well, it's the Cigars for Warriors.
It's Cigars for Warriors. So we do an event every year that we've been doing this show. And it is, and we're gonna throw it up here on the screen. It is our third annual meet and greet, which we do every year.
Which I'm surprised, by the way, because I've been told I got a face for radio. But go ahead.
So I know we do raffles, we do like little lotteries here and there, but it's all to send cigars to our warriors overseas,
Servicemen and women
the service men
deployed.
and women of the forces. and it's specifically guided to Cigars for Warriors. So I don't know if you guys want to do any part of that. It was just a question raised from, like I said, one of the audience members who should have been stuck in his basement
with his
but
with his snuggie on.
with his snuggie. But it's all good. I figured I'd bring it up.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful event. In fact, Deidre and Holly are both married to retired military, so we're huge supporters of our veterans. We appreciate their service. I've got a lot of military in my family and very much appreciate that, and have actually in the past sent some things overseas to people, and so we would love to be involved in that. So we'll talk about that.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I'll definitely reach back out to you guys and see what we can make happen. There we go. All of a sudden, Basement Jack is not so bad.
Even a blind squirrel will find a nut. Long enough.
So I know you have this dying question
What's that?
for Courtney.
All right.
Come on, you do this to every guest that we
All
ever
right.
have on our show.
You're very happily married.
So we have a question we ask all our guests that come on the show, and we're gonna go ahead and pose this question to you. Give us your top 5 dead or alive cigars.
Well, obviously, our top 5 are our blend, Cigar Row Event Cigars.
Okay, so
Obviously.
aside from
Oh no, no,
your
no,
blends,
she ain't gonna
and
bear off the
she's
pan.
not gonna go off the.
No.
She's like, nope. She's like, nope. Not going there.
Listen, guys, listen. This is a family business. I have such loyalty to the family because my mother's an owner. My second mom is the other owner, and then my sister.
The question: what is your business, your company, your top 5?
Yeah,
Our top
there you
5.
go.
Thank you so much. So the Knob Creek Smoked Maple that you guys are enjoying is definitely our top seller. I would say the next 4 are probably our Sugar Tit. You did hear me correctly. I said Sugar Tit, Apple Pie Moonshine.
Wait. Yeah, time out. He might have heard that wrong. Yeah, I know he was.
Let's try to slide that in real quick and double back. Yeah, I just said.
Yeah, Ben already likes it. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
He's already ordering more.
Some chicks.
So that is
I told
correct.
you this can go south, right? I did tell
Yes.
you it could go south.
And that's okay. So
was it tip or tit?
it's Tit, TIT.
Oh, okay. All right.
So,
He just bought 5 boxes.
I don't know why that's not number 1.
Yeah, why is that not number 1? And hold on. What is that infused with?
Yeah, no.
So Sugar Tit is Apple Pie Moonshine.
Apple Pie Moonshine. Ooh. Why did I not get one of those?
You that's just a reason to come back and see us again.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
So I would say the next one is probably let's see, we've got a Boone's Bourbon, homegrown Boone's Bourbon, which is a local distiller to Charleston. And funny story there, the owners both taught the guy who started that distiller growing up, and now they collaborate with him. So that's really cool that they get to work with him. Yeah. And then the next one I would say is actually the Firefly Caramel Moonshine. The Firefly Distiller is also located in Charleston. And then our 99 Blackberries Liqueur. That is one of our most aromatic cigars, so people really love that one too. And some people think it smells like pipe smoke. I personally don't smell that, but a lot of people do, and so it's kind of nostalgic for them, and they love purchasing that one.
Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing your top 5. I'm glad she didn't go off brand at all.
Oh, she wasn't.
Of course.
She was not about to. She was already shaking her head like, nope, not going there.
You better rephrase that question. I'm so glad we did, because number 2 sounds like number 1 to me.
Yeah, number 2 sounds like number 1 to me too.
I know, it's very popular.
Oh my God. Another audience question. Do you have any apparel to go with the cigar number 2?
I love Sugar Tea. Yeah.
So we've we've got these really great ball caps that we sell at our shop. So that goes really well with the cigar.
I didn't see it, man. If I would have bought the cigar. I probably would have bought that as well.
So in other words, that cigar pairs well with that hat.
Yes. Now it doesn't say Sugar Tit Apple Pie Moonshine on the hat. It says Cigar Row Events, but it's also our tagline is "Don't tap that ash," and that's on the side of the hat.
Okay.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, that goes well with the sugar.
Oh my lord! All right, we can. If you want, we can bring the guys. We're gonna bring the guys back in on video just in case they have any questions. Um,
She made Jenny blush. It looks like.
Yes.
she made Jenny blush.
Yeah, Jenny, yeah,
Oh,
face
Jenny.
red,
Yeah, no,
blush.
That's A-Ron.
that's AA Ron.
Oh,
It's for A-Blush.
oh, is there a white color?
Is there a white? Oh my God! So the question is there a white claw version of your cigar? Because we have a buyer for you.
Not yet, but
Not yet.
but I will tell you guys this: we're always looking for new liquors to infuse with, and in fact, we're going to be coming up with a peanut butter and chocolate cigar. So I'm pretty confident that that's going to be really popular. But we haven't tried the White Claw, and there's no telling what the future holds for us.
Yeah, exactly. You never know what's going to happen, right? Wow. So,
Where's chocolate?
I don't know. Shockproof went off video, but we got Tony and Douglas back, and Raul says Jenny is badass. Who's Jenny?
Somebody said that's
Oh, that's Aaron. I was like, wait a minute, who the hell is Jenny?
all right. Newsflash, Raul. Jenny's a guy. So-
You've been catfished.
oh,
Aaron brother Joe in St. Louis wife's account. Oh my God, been double catfished.
by the twin.
Oh my Lord.
Oh,
Oh,
Raul said Buffalo Trace, please.
I see
For
so
that,
for
and
infusion.
again, we might try that. That's a wonderful
so
suggestion.
I don't know if you would get any um backlash on doing a Buffalo Trace because there is a Buffalo Trace cigar out.
But it's not.
Okay.
You're right. It's not very good.
And it's not good,
Right.
but
Right. I agree with
Wait,
you.
guys, it's not good because it's not Cigar Row Events, though,
There
right?
you go.
hey, there you go. That's what we're talking
There
about.
you go.
Yeah, and then Stacy said Kahlua or Bailey's
Infused.
infused.
That sounds good. We might have to try that too. Thank you for
Yes.
the
Yeah, and
suggestion, Stacey.
there's one here in Charlotte area. The double shot Southern Star. It is a bourbon cream. If you can make that work in a cigar, I will make that the Cigarage stick. Period.
Next to the sugar tit. You gotta have a.
you,
You gotta
you
have some
really
sugar
like
tit
that
in
one,
there.
don't you?
He loves the name. Come on, this guy.
Well, ask her
You can ask her.
how did you come up with Sugar Tit? What's the generation of that?
Oh,
What's the
it's
origin of the name?
I actually believe it's the name of the distillery that creates the apple pie moonshine.
Oh,
Oh wow.
that's kind of a
So it,
buzzkill, but yeah, okay.
I know. I wish I could. I wish I had some wonderful story to entertain you guys about that, but I'm so sorry I don't.
That's all right. I'll dial up on my end. If anybody asks me, I'll tell them my version.
Okay.
Well, I got a question.
Yes,
Yeah.
Doug.
So, Courtney, just curious, when you're doing the infusions, do you have to get permission from the distilleries or the different liquor producers in order to infuse your cigars and market them?
I again, trade secret. I'm not.
Great answer.
I love
Love it.
Courtney. I love
That's
Courtney.
awesome.
She's like, that's a secret.
Well played.
Well played.
Well
There you
played.
go. There you
Thank
go.
you.
I love it.
If I tell
Perfect
you, Doug, I
answer.
will have to kill you.
Exactly. Perfect answer.
Hold on. If we send you bottles, can you infuse?
It is. So it's my understanding that we can do that. Yes. We have done that for special events. We've been invited to be part of a specific liquor tasting event, and they sent us the liquor they wanted us to use for the infusion. And so we were able to do that.
Okay, so what is the turnaround time on you receiving the bottle to us getting the actual infused version of that cigar?
I would say we probably need maybe a week or two, depending on. I mean, honestly, Will, I'd defer you to Jamie on that one.
Okay, I'll reach out to her, but I mean, a week sounds amazing because Cal just whispered in my ear. He goes, that Penelope Valencia would be amazing in a
Ooh.
cigar. Yeah, and
Well,
all the oohs that just happened.
Ooh.
I know it's not quite the same, but we do have a Jim Beam vanilla.
It's not the same.
It's not the
It,
same.
it's
Okay.
it's
See,
it's
again, I
it,
don't
it's
drink,
Yeah,
so I don't know.
you are correct. It is not the same.
it is not the same. Yeah, even Douglas was shaking his head. He's like, nope,
Okay.
it is not the same.
Good to
Oh
know.
my god. Yeah, that Penelope Valencia is on another level. It's almost like an orange bourbon, and if you use it in an old fashioned, it is just amazing. Shockproof said, hey, Kel has a bottle of Penelope Valencia.
No, correction, bad.
Had
Oh, well, yeah,
past tense.
many,
We had,
many moons ago.
and even Jason chimed in. He goes, "Hey, hell no, Shockproof."
Uh,
Does the liquor infusion change with a different type of cigar leaf? I'm sure you guys use the same filler, binder, and wrapper all the time, correct?
We do. We use our Dominican. Yes.
Okay. So it never changes from like Honduras, Nicaragua, or any of that. It's and I love the fact that you just use Dominican simply because my wife's Dominican.
Oh, nice.
I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I love it.
you guys thought about maybe using a different wrapper, like a Maduro or San Andreas wrapper?
I would have to ask the owners if they've tried that before, and perhaps they didn't have luck with it in the past, or maybe they haven't tried it. I'm really not sure about that.
Okay.
Okay. And I know Tony had said something about amaretto.
Oh yeah, the amaretto. Yeah.
Oh my
That's a
God.
nice
Imagine
little thing.
amaretto in a cigar. Ooh. See, you're getting a lot of tips here from people who are ready to buy some cigars with different
Well, and I
different.
guarantee you, when Jamie watches this later, she's going to be taking notes, and we're going to see. I know that some liquors don't infuse well. There are some that we've tried in the past that just don't work, and
Okay,
so
what were they? I'm curious.
I couldn't say. I'm not sure because I don't do the infusion. I just know
Another
that there are.
trade secret.
Yes, yes, trade secret. I just know that there
I'm
are
not gonna put
certain.
anybody on the bottom tier
So
saying your shit did not work with our cigars.
so
Sorry.
so many amendments to choose from.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Uh, Aaron's brother said he's leaving for the DR on Monday.
Oh, he's leaving a DR. Okay, so Jenny hashtag AA Ron's brother. Where you going in the DR?
New Riff. New Riff.
He's bringing his own smokes. You should go to Tamboril where they have all those cigar manufacturers. Yeah, but we'll talk about that on another day. But if you're going to Charleston, go to the market,
Where can we find you?
cigarrowevents.com.
No, the brick and mortar.
Do you have a brick and mortar or are you just at the market?
No, so we don't have. Our shop is actually the booth at the Charleston City Market. It is located at 188 Meeting Street in Charleston, South Carolina. We're in the Great Hall, which is the inside air conditioned portion, which is
Yep.
really nice. And if anybody's been to a Charleston summer, it's nice to be inside. It's also great for the
Yeah.
cigars because it keeps them at a good temperature. They're not, they're not in the extreme cold or the extreme heat. So, Yeah, we've got a great little booth there. And if you can't make it to Charleston, you can visit our online store from anywhere domestic.
So how many days a week are you open in that little booth of
We
yours?
are open every day. We are closed on Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day, but we are open every other day of the year.
Now, question for you. Is Jamie the only person that runs that booth, or does she actually have days off?
Oh yeah, no, we've got there are currently 4 of us that work the market. I work the market as well. I'm there a couple
Okay.
days a week. Jamie's there a couple days a week. We've got somebody that works another day, and then we have someone that works the weekends.
Nice.
Can I do
Hmm.
an internship there?
You're trying to learn those trade secrets, aren't you?
Ah, she got your number, bro. She got your number.
I'm fascinated with the sugar tit. I'm trying to
He's trying to get the sugar tin secret.
trying to get the
Oh
next.
my lord. So I saw that bright pink cigar case you had, but I haven't seen you smoke a cigar.
I know. Well, honestly, I got here's the case again. Has a nice cutter on it as well. Honestly, I got so distracted by chatting with you guys that I didn't get a chance to light it. So when we hang up, I'm probably going to enjoy the smoke on my back porch.
And you're more than welcome to stay on afterwards. You don't have to, it won't be live. We're going to cut off the live in about what, 13, 15 minutes or so. But we usually have guys hanging out afterwards because we're definitely not going to be done smoking the cigar in another 13, 14 minutes. Maybe you are. I don't know. But we're going to be hanging out. So if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to.
I appreciate
So,
that. Thank you.
so let me tell you, I'm not a big infused cigar guy, and they could tell you this,
Oh, yeah.
but this is really really good.
I was going to tell
This
you.
is really really good.
And I told Jamie he's going to be a hard sell on this.
Yeah,
He was going to be the hardest sell on this because he doesn't really stray. And I think I told Jamie it's the My Father, the Norteño,
the Italian of my
the
father, the
Oliva,
Oliva, the Bella
the
Artis.
Bella Artes. That's his top four.
Yeah,
What would be your fifth?
well, the leaders. Did you
Oh,
sugar
the,
tit
the
is
sugar tits
they,
would
they,
be his
they,
fifth.
I thought sugar
that,
tit would be your
that
number one.
sight unseen. Sugar tit just went to the top of the charts.
Oh, I, I love this comment. We Can you see the comments at all, Courtney?
I can't.
That
Yes.
last one, Kel was breastfed until he went to high school. That explains his tit fetish. That is that it's just wrong, but it's so on target for Kel.
Claudia, you see the abuse they be getting the old man?
I
They,
see
they
that.
raking me over the coals over here.
I mean, it
Oh
must be
my
because they love
lord.
you.
Yes, I know, I know. But trust me, I dish it right back to him every chance I get.
I believe that.
Yeah, it is the truth. It is the truth.
Oh,
Oh my lord.
oh,
Ah,
oh,
Tony.
Raul
Yo,
said just
Yo, I see that you have your canopy wide open. I know you're wearing a hoodie
it's
and no gloves and no snuggie.
so what so
What's
what's
the
the
temperature?
in New York?
right now it's 50. When I came out here it was 60. Now it's 58. But there's no heater on.
58.
Everything's
Okay.
open.
And Douglas too. Look like Douglas got a Hawaiian shirt on.
Yeah, he's ready for Hawaii right there.
Sun out,
No,
guns
Oh,
out.
he's ready to put out the
Yeah,
guns.
sun out,
you,
guns
you,
out.
you, you
Sun
kidding
out,
me?
guns
I
out.
was
Now
on the
what's
golf course today. It was beautiful. It still's beautiful out here. Watching the
and then
Cavs take it to Miami.
ah,
So what's the temperature by you, Doug?
up in
Right now
Cleveland.
it's about 60 degrees and no wind, so it's very, very comfortable.
Yeah,
Nice.
I hope that the fan that we have going on over here, that's like this industrial size fan. I got it on low. I hope it's not disturbing like the
Nope.
Won't hear
volume or
anything.
anything. Oh,
Nothing.
thank God. Because it is hot as hell in here. Wait, what? What somebody
That's
say?
another good one. The rum chata.
Oh, Stacy said rum chata infused. Just know though, the best moonshine comes from West Virginia. Ask and you shall receive. Stacy,
I don't know.
I want some moonshine. Rum chata infused.
There you go.
Oh no, but that rum chata with the horchata. You know, uh, sidetrack this for a second. The one beer I miss the most is the Blue Moon horchata. That has been the best Blue Moon they ever produced. The Blue Moon horchata.
So why stop making it?
Because there ain't enough people buying it because they're stupid. They couldn't take the flavor.
Got to get the word out, man.
Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, they'll
Like,
bring it back like the McRib.
Raul, Raul said it's 74 out in Cali.
Of course, it's 74. Hopefully, they'll have a show June 18th. I'll be back out for a live show.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
We're going to have that show and we're going to have our event June 21st.
Yeah, and we're going to have June 20th, the golf.
The golf. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be driving. I suck at golf.
I do too, but I'm going to play anyway.
Okay, so Stacy just said the best part of Virginia went west, and I am from West Virginia and have cousins distilling. Oh,
I see a future collaboration in the
oh,
works.
here we go.
Was it Popcorn Sutton descendants, was it? With those,
Moonshine and duct tape.
with those revenuers or something.
So, Courtney, you're more than welcome to light up. We got 8 minutes before we shut it down.
So does anybody else have any questions for Courtney?
I do have one more thing to comment on, if that's okay.
Oh, please do.
Great. So we just started what we call our cigar program, and we've got different places that actually stock our cigars and sell them. And in fact, Holly, one of the owners, is in Red Lodge, Montana today visiting Cigar Lane, and they supply our cigars as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you guys go to the PCA events? I was just asked.
PCA.
The Premier Cigar Association.
I don't think that we're a part of that yet.
Oh,
Okay. We'll make it happen next year.
Okay, that sounds great.
It's in Vegas next year, right?
Well, I've never been to
Yeah, buddy.
Vegas, so you guys better request that they send me.
that's right.
Oh, it's on the list.
You
It's
know
on the
what?
real short list.
Where's my manners? I asked this question, and I'm surprised the fellas didn't jump on me because I normally ask this question every time. Talking to a lady, don't ask that question. Well, not that question. We already covered the number 2 cigar, but the question I always ask is, do y'all do veterans discounts?
We do, actually. Yes.
Huh?
Again, yes, we do. We
Oh,
very much
okay.
appreciate our veterans.
He's so in. There's a lot of veterans in the house also.
Well, thank you all for
Oh.
your service.
Yeah. So the next question was senior citizen, but you already took care of the veterans, so I got both bases covered. I'll be embarrassing my friends sometimes because, like I said, everywhere I go, those are the 2 questions I ask.
Yeah, he said sometimes.
Oh, I'm sorry. All
He
the
should have
time.
said every time. Every time.
Yes, sir.
Not sometimes.
Well, hey, if you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Yes, sir. Say what now, Courtney?
I just said if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Jenny, aka Aaron's brother, said he'll try to bring a bourbon from St. Louis.
Oh, new riff.
Make it something different than New Riff, though.
Old riff?
Yeah. Oh, that mouth. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Jenny.
Boa, yeah.
Bring some boa.
Yes. Most definitely.
This audience is crazy today. We got a full house. I'm sure you can see it.
Yeah.
Courtney, right? There's 2 people missing from the camera, or 3 people missing from the camera, but they're here. They're here. Hold on. I can swivel it around. Hold on, let me suck it in. So you
got a black shirt on.
my hand and Ted, and there's Ben. There you go.
Wow, you guys have a great setup there.
Yeah, let us know when you're coming up to Charlotte. If you guys ever have it,
They're doing the PGA event.
you're doing PGA,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be what, Quail Hollow?
Yeah, over at
Yes.
Quail Hollow. Yeah, they finally got a major, so that's one of the majors.
Well, what I'm saying
Yep.
is we're only 20 minutes away from there,
Yeah.
if that.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
Right?
we'll touch base about that too, because actually, we are sending one of our cigar rollers, one of our best cigar rollers, up to do the event, and then Deidre, one of the owners, also my mother, is going to be going up there as well for that event. So you're going to have two of our top people there.
I would love that. I would love that. So I got a question for you. When you say your top-notch cigar roller, where is he or she, or I don't want to use the other pronouns, from?
She's local to Charleston. We've got several wonderful cigar rollers that work for us. They are so skilled at their craft, and they're very charismatic, and they know how to speak to the crowd and speak knowledgeably about the craft of cigar rolling and our cigars specifically. And so we are just really, really proud of those that we have working for us.
Because I got to tell you, the construction is amazing. The draw is amazing. The burn is amazing. And to top it off, I was expecting something different simply because of the aroma of the cigar. I thought it was going to be that perfumey taste, and it
Mhm.
does not have that perfumey taste. And I'm loving it. Loving it.
Good.
So
We love
it's
hearing
a
that.
double thumbs up for me on that Knob Creek Maple cigar.
Okay.
And what are you thinking, Ruben?
So
Because you're having the same thing.
So I want to go back to when I lit the cigar.
Okay.
I immediately started getting what we were hoping when we had that Penelope toasted marshmallow. I had that toasted marshmallow smell, which
Right.
immediately lit it. But I was expecting some odd transitions because of the infusion, and I haven't got
Okay.
nice.
So it's been nice throughout. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And how about you, Kel?
Very consistent head to toe. Uh, you don't get, like I said, that perfumey.
Right. You don't get that.
No.
And Ben will attest to that because he took a draw from mine. He loves it. There you go.
So the question is for me, and I always say this too: would you buy it?
Would you buy it?
Yes, I would.
Especially since you got that one for free.
Huh?
Oh, we did not cover price points because I bought their cigars, so they don't know. So what's your price point on cigars?
Well, we like to keep it at a very good price, especially for our environment at the market. You can get one for 11 or two for 20 for the infused cigars. We also have the Dominican. We do have Maduros available sometimes as well, and those, the non-infused, are $9 a piece. We do also have what we call a gold cigar, and it's wrapped with 24 karat gold, and those are 50. And then we've got some humidors, and we've got accessories. And so we've got a great setup at our little, and the ball caps, of course.
Wow.
So that's, like I say, $9 to $11.
$9 to $11 range.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's definitely within my wheelhouse.
Good.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Plus with the
Yeah. Is there a Sugar Tits baseball hat?
no, she answered that earlier. We're gonna petition to have a sugar tit hat.
I'll talk to the owners.
I'll even design one. Have it made. So Stacy had asked, do you do first responder discounts?
We do, yes, because they are
Oh,
hometown heroes.
hometown heroes. There you go, Stacy.
Well, technically, Stacy's like a third responder, but I understand where he's going with
So actually, Stacy went to school with us growing up, so it's really great to see her on here.
that. Hold on, is this the same Stacy?
No, that's not Stacy Bozeman.
Oh, we're talking about a different Stacy.
Different Stacy, bro.
Yeah, we're talking about the guy who's using his wife account.
No, that's Jenny.
Oh,
Oh man, dude.
I'm all right. I'm sorry. All right.
Oh
Hey,
my God.
Snob Creek is getting to me.
I'm so glad he stopped drinking.
It's called brain
Snob
fog.
Creek got me,
The Knob Creek got you dizzy.
got me wobbly in the knees right now. My apologies if I got people's names mixed up.
Ah. So Stacy said her husband is retired
Retired
police and I work at a hospital.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, then you should get a discount.
Yep.
Yeah,
My,
hometown
my
heroes,
apologies,
absolutely.
Stacy. I thought you was Jenny when Jenny was actually a guy, but
It's all over the place tonight.
please accept my homeless.
Oh my Lord. All right. Well, I think we're towards the end of the show, no?
Yeah, yes, we're gonna wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up so that Courtney can actually have a cigar and chill. Reel Kel back in.
Hey, he reeled me back in, brother.
No, but yo, Rod, hold on. Now that Rod's chatting, I appreciate you not getting on video because we wouldn't be able to hear a word you say, bro. You need to switch up to a better internet connection. We always bust his butt on that one. Oh my Lord. All right.
Let's look. We can ready to shut it down again. Huge shout out and thank you to Courtney.
Thank you, Courtney, for
Share
being
some time.
part of this broadcast. I know you're going to be sharing this on all your platforms. I'm so happy we were able to make this happen. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for telling us about your cigars, your events, and what you guys
Your
do.
company and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
these
so much for
cigars,
having us.
and listen, these cigars were amazing. It will not be the last time I have one of these.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well, we
Absolutely.
love to hear that. Thank you so much. This has been such a great experience to chat with you guys. So thank you for having
You got
Cigar Row
this,
events on your show.
your cigars get
I'll be
three
placing an
snaps
order
up
soon.
in Z formation.
You snaps up in a twist. Come on, man. Forget the show. Wow.
All right, everybody. Look. So with that
Being said,
we want
everybody out there to be happy, to be healthy, to be safe. But more importantly, we want you to be easy.
So next week, God bless. Y'all have a fantastic week. And again, thank you